Hello everybody, I am Ann Robinson. Welcome to my channel where it is awesome to be Ann and it is awesome to be you. Yes it is. Welcome to Connections to the Divine One channel. I am back with another video. Alright you guys, I always like to come on when I actually feel really inspired to come on, and I did decide that I wanted to do just a little quick share, right? And I'm sharing, and I started to do some shorts, but then I said, why not just come on and do a video? So I am sharing from Life is God's Best Gift, because guess what? It is. Life is God's best gift. All right. Somebody would have loved to have been here today that is no longer with us. And we here have the opportunity to what? Enjoy this day that God has blessed us with. It's a gift to be opened up with thanksgiving. I'm thankful to be here, and I'm sure you are too. I'm glad you're here if you're watching this video. All right, so the author of the book is Sam, and the last name is C-H-E-G-E. It could be Kedge. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but yeah, that's the author of the book, and it's wisdom, what from the ancestors. Okay, so let's go ahead. I just opened up randomly to a section, and so yeah, let's just take advantage of the moment here. So the first thing that I want to share is a quote, and it says, "A wound inflicted by a friend does not heal." Well, I'm here to tell you that one of the things that hurts us the most is when we experience any type of betrayal from a friend, because we don't expect to be betrayed by somebody who calls themselves our friend. A friend is somebody that we've spent time with. We've shared good times with, bad times with. We've shared our secrets. They know us inside and out, especially if they're really good friends and you've been friends for a long time. Some of us have friends from our childhood, and then some of us have come to realize that we have actually been betrayed by somebody that we thought was our friend. Yes, that hurt goes really, really deep. And I won't say that it does not heal. I do believe that in certain situations, we can heal and we can forgive. But when it said it does not heal, that means that we may not be as close as we would have been if we do continue in a friendship together, or we may just not continue to be in a friendship at all, but we still can choose to forgive that person, because forgiveness frees us. It releases us to move on, let it go and be done. And we can kind of handle that person with a long handled spoon from a distance, or not at all. Their place in our life is no longer in an upfront seat. They may be at the very back where we can't even see them. Okay, all right, so that is one. And that quote, "A wound inflicted by a friend does not heal," is DJIBOUTI is the one that came up with the quote, or either this is a place that it came from. Okay. Also, I want you to know that God can heal anyone of any hurts that they've experienced. We just have to work through our pain, with the help of God. It is not impossible to heal. God heals all wounds. It's by his stripes, by the stripes of Jesus Christ, that we are healed. Yes, indeed. So we can definitely be healed, y'all. Put your trust in God to help you heal through any betrayal that you might have experienced from a friend, even from a family member, from a loved one. All right. Now, the next quote that came up was, "When the crocodile smiles, Be extra careful. I would say that because an alligator is, and this is from Kenya and Tanzania. Yeah, when a crocodile smiles, be extra careful because, first of all, why are you smiling at me, Mr. Crocodile? We know that you love to get something yummy to eat, and maybe you're smiling because you see us as prey, the next one to become your din. Okay. Listen, when I read this quote, I was thinking, I thought of this, how that people smile in your face all the time wanting to take your place, fake smiles from fake people, from people that do not have your best interest at heart. They're really out to either use or abuse you in some way. They're really not your friend. You're in their lives for some reason. And I never want to be somebody's reason for them being in my life. You know, I want people to love me for who I am. I want people to like me because they are genuinely like me as a person, not for what I can give them or do for them. Those kind of people are not the kind of people that we need in our lives. There should be equal give and take. There should be an interest in me and what I have going on, as well as I should be interested in you and what you have going on. It needs to be balanced. All right. And then another thing that I thought about when the crocodile smiles, be extra careful, is listen. And I can only talk about me as a woman and what I've experienced. I had a person that I know, and it's a gentleman. And this gentleman is super, he's extra. Okay, I don't know how else to put him. He believes in himself. He knows that for his age that he has the body. He does good work when he does his occupation. He just is confident, and that's good. I think that we all should be confident and be proud of ourselves and who we are and what we look like. You know, all of that. We should love everything about ourselves. We should be our biggest fan. But let me tell you, when this person, I'm around this person, he has the biggest smile. And this is what I thought about when I thought about when the crocodile smiles, be extra careful. You know, there are some people that when they smile at you, you're wondering, okay, it's nothing wrong for people to smile. People who smile, that's good. You should be a happy person. You know, a smile draws while a frown causes you to back up and feel like they don't want to be bothered. You got to show yourself friendly if you want to get friends. But I'm not talking about that smile. I'm talking about the smile where the man is looking at you. And this is the look that I was getting, like you're something to be consumed. You are looking yummy, and he's just wanting to devour you. And y'all know what I'm talking about in the most physical kind of way. They have that look where they're licking their lips, something like LL Cool J, if y'all know what I'm talking. You know, that kind, licking their lips and everything, and looking like, oh no. See, that's when the crocodile smiles, be extra careful. I look at that as a crocodile moment too. Okay, I look at that as, man, you are not up to any good. All you're looking for is a good time and not a lasting long time with anything. I'm sorry, you know, I know that, listen, I'm flattered. Listen, I feel like, yes, I'm desirable to some. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I am somebody's cup of tea, okay? And and it would make me uneasy. Those kind of looks that I got from this gentleman makes me uneasy. It made me uneasy. So yeah, you know, be careful. See, those are the kind that I'm not looking for a good time and not a long time anything. I'm looking for somebody who's genuine, who genuinely wants me or likes me for who I am, and not just for a good time or a roll in the sack. No, we're not doing that these days. I'm on a different level and a different mindset, and I hope that you all are too. You know, when it comes to love and dating, we're going into it with having higher thoughts and higher standards, and we're not jumping in the sack right away with anybody because we're putting in our minds that we need to get to know one another. Do you know what my first and my last name is? So what do you know about me before you think that we're going to be in a horizontal position with one another. Thank you. I'll stay upright. I'll stay vertical till I get to you and I get to know each other. And then even then, if I'm standing on the grounds right now of being celibate and being abstinent, and that's easy for me to say because I'm not with anybody, I'm not dating anybody. But when it does come, I'm sure it's going to be a task. But with God, I can do all things, and I am going to stand on what I'm saying to you. Take your time. Take your time. Get to know people. And if you're not going to be abstinent, please wrap it up, have them wrap it up, or you make sure you have something for them to wrap it up, but don't go into it without nothing on if you're going to be in a horizontal position, because there's still stuff out there. Be careful. All right. So now let's move on from that. The next one is get your knowledge from the minds of turtles. This comes from Tunisia. All right, and I was trying to think, what does this mean of? Well, I'm gonna take it from what I get from it, or what comes to my mind. I always think that, we're in this age where we want things to come fast and furious. We think we want the information snap, quick, and in a hurry. But some things you can't hurry. You just can't hurry it. And one thing I was told, that I'm more of a turtle than a hare. I've been told that. Okay, well, maybe I don't do things fast. Maybe I do take my time, and I make sure that I'm doing something right rather than do it hastily and then have to go back in and do it again because it was done wrong the first time, when I could have took my time and did it right the first time, and it would have been one and done. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with being labeled a turtle. I'll go with a turtle any day because haste makes waste. And another thing is that I've heard is that if you're a turtle, slow and steady wins the race. If you start out at the fastest pace in a race, you soon run out of steam, and then the person who's slow and steady, been easy steadying it, just waiting for you to run out of steam, will move right on past you and win the race. So to all my turtles out there, kudos to you. Keep going, because we are the ones, the slow and steady. We win the race, okay? And I want you to pay attention to the details. Sometimes we want to know something so quick that we want to just quickly Google something, or maybe we want to just get our answers from somebody instead of looking it up ourselves. That's okay. Go the slow way. Research things for yourself. Take your time and find the answers that you need. You can ask people, then you can compare. You can even go to Google and go to the internet, but make sure that all of it seems to be the right answers, or what you actually need to know in order to be able to make a good decision or a good choice or whatever it is you're researching. But take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Haste makes waste, okay? The next thing is, and I love this one, and it's the last one. Learn from the elderly. They have seen it all. We look at elderly people as weak people. I don't know. Maybe some people do. I feel like, that we're in a time when we feel that way. And also, whenever my kids, would tell me, they act like I didn't know anything. You ever had your kids just say, Mom, you don't know. This is how we do it. As if you don't know anything. Where have I been all my life, child or children? I've been living this life. I've been on this earth, what now? Yes, for 56 years. And believe me, I've seen a lot and I've heard a lot. I haven't done a lot of things, but sometimes you don't have to go through the school of hard knocks. Sometimes you can actually pay attention to what happens in somebody else's life and decide it's a no for me. I don't have to learn that lesson. I can see what you're doing and not follow in that same path. Maybe some of us need to do that rather than try to go through the hard knocks of life, or the hard school of life on some things. Some of us can bypass that. If you listen and learn what from the elderly, from somebody who's been there and done that, sit down with your grandparents. They have some good things to say. Maybe you can ask them some questions. Learn about your ancestors. Lord have mercy. I wish I had asked a few more questions of my grandparents. Even my mom, she's left this world, and there's some recipes that left with her, and I never learned because, we never look at the fact that our mom or our dad may no longer be here one day, and you're just so used to, Mom, make me that, what is that I like? Bread pudding with the raisins. I'll be over to get it, and I never learned the recipe. Because I was too busy just, Mom, make it, never learning how to make it. We let our ancestors, our elderly people go, and we don't learn anything from them while they're here, okay? And if you still got your grandparents, sit down with them. Go spend some time with them. Go to somebody's nursing home and volunteer and see what them elderly people have to say. You might learn something. You definitely get a lot of laughs because they have a good sense of humor, and sometimes they're not being funny at all. It's just life sometimes can be funny. Not meant to be, but it can be. All right. But I'd rather laugh than cry about it. So let's learn from our elderly, okay? Our elderly know something. Hey, if you're young and watching me, your mom and dad knows, okay? Make sure you take their good advice, okay? They have advice to give you. And even us, we can learn from our children. Don't think because somebody is young that you can't learn from them too. So don't be one of those that think that the young don't know anything. Sometimes the best advice and wisdom can come from just watching a child and learning from them too. We can all learn from one another, actually. But the key here is that those who have lived a long time do have a lot of wisdom. Learn from them, okay? Well, that is it. You all, for life is God's best gift. The ancestral wisdom I shared for today. I hope that you've enjoyed it some way. And I want you to know, of course, that's the end of the video, actually. I just wanted to come on and talk to you for a little bit. Just know that God loves you. I do. I ask that each of you will go with God. I ask that if you are still walking in darkness, that you come out of darkness and walk into God's marvelous light and life. All right. All right. Remember again, I said, God loves you. I do. Peace and blessings. What? Until next time, everybody. Bye now.